Hey guys, it's Mel from Campers in Common, and today I'm coming to you from the North Plains Mall in Clovis, New Mexico, because I found a little something special that I want to share with you. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. We love to have you, and if you're new here, consider subscribing because we are going to do all things camping and all things fun. Here we go. That's right, guys. We are coming to you today from the Clovis Area Train Society. And we have a very special interview with the president of the club. It tells you all about the trains, all about the club, how to get involved, shows you some detail in what these villages or towns look like. And it's just completely amazing. I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll catch you at camp.
I'm Kevin Forman. I'm the current president of the Clovis Area Train Society. On my left is Arron Jones. He's another one of the members. He's our videographer, however you want to do that. We have him take little videos and steals at the fairs and other places we might be. We're currently, actually, we have a setup here at the mall that we've been here getting close to 4 years. November will be 4 years. We've been set up at various locations here. It's kind of what the mall has open for us. If we're somewhere it gets rented, then we end up moving. So this is our third location. We have more of the trains in what we call our clubhouse, which is a pair of storage units. So we can double, even triple the size of what we have here. Like a lot of things, labor of love kind of hobby. This is our big boy toys for us. See, I gotta have this, but what's it gonna cost me as far as sacrifices? A couple of our guys joke with it, okay, it's gonna cost you your birthday, your Christmas, anniversary presents from the spouse because you want to get this expensive piece of equipment. So, but it's fun. I've been doing this since I was 3.
And how many people are in your club?
We have around 15 members right now, and maybe about half are full-time or here all the time. We have some associate members. We just like to come have fun, run our trains and do any maintenance that we got to do when we do have issues. And it's to entertain the kids and even the big grown-ups. We entertain them too.
Well, I'm one of those big grown-ups. So, I love this.
See,
So I'm going to let you show me around if you don't mind. Okay.
Let's see. We have this bridge section. It's built by Ken Jones and Greg Jennings. We usually tell the kids, see if you can find Mama Bear, Baby Bear, which are hiding. They plan on adding more modules to this and expand the scenery for the area. We have this corner and straight, which we call it our theater set. We have a DVD player that we play most of the kids' movies. We keep it more G-rated, so we have kids' movies on. There's a DVD player that's hides under the parking lot. So this straight, and it goes around into this corner where we have a courthouse, KFCs, and other businesses and such. We have a passenger station, so when we do passenger trains, we have a place to stop.
I think that blue one is my favorite.
This train, it's landscaping gravel, and kids' playground sand is what's in these cars.
It looks so real. I just noticed the flames.
Yeah, we have Ken Jones, he used to have an 8-foot module that's since been scrapped, and that was on it. It had a little power station where it had an alien that had ripped open the fence and going after the transformers. Got this one here it's currently on loan pending donation, and it's under repair, so that's why it's so high. So the guys can crawl under a little easier and do the electrical work. And then we hope to, in a few months, have it running for the kids, and it'll get lowered back down where it's a lot easier for the kids and adults to see. So it's just kind of just keep stopping by and looking to see if it's running. Another section belongs to Ken Jones. It's, like I said, more of a town. It's 20 feet long. We've got kind of a downtown area with different businesses, rail service for multiple businesses. He has the main passenger station, and sometimes there'll be a passenger train sitting here waiting to get out and run. Just more of a small, I guess, maybe not rural, but smaller town. Kind of like you have mule shoe size. That's kind of what this represents. And like it says, with all this stuff, it's constant work. We always have somebody doing somewhere. This one that was donated as well. It's very small, portable, and it too requires a little bit of maintenance to it because it got a little bit neglected, but we've done a lot of work to it. different kinds of toy trains, model trains, just pretty much anything train related. That's been brought and put on display for just the curiosity of those. Some of it is actual, not model stuff. Like we have here is a replica of the builder's plate for the Santa Fe's 9005 that sits down by the railroad tracks by the depot. That's a replica of that.
Oh, neat.
It's being cast on. Like I said, there's some toy stuff, some running stuff. There's a couple of Lionel things for those that remember the three rail stuff, Christmas trains you used to have as a kid. I don't know if you had them. This is a portion of our rail yard. It's narrowed down because the space kind of determines what we can set up. So this has been narrowed down to 16 feet versus 24 that we normally would have.
Oh, wow.
But it gives us enough room to switch cars around for make trains up for the businesses we have. Anything like says this is the Lionel. Tom, when he's here, if the kids playing, he talks about that because that's his passion. Is the older Lionel that instead of not so much the newer, but I think he favors the older toy stuff which is kind of cool. He's got some other trains he can put on. He's got NASCAR, I think. The other one, he's got a Star Trek one that talks, so it's kind of cool. And kids like it. It's just a small rural neighborhood. It's got some pumpkin patch. I believe those are orange trees. And like I said, we're still looking at adding street lights, another animation to things, so it looks a little more lively. This is what we call a lift up, so we can get in and out. Because a lot of this, sadly, age-wise, it's hard to crawl under this thing. This is built to make things a lot easier. Plus, too, when you got to get bigger boxes of things, it's a lot easier to deal with. And then this whole 16 plus feet belongs to Eugene Kelly, and it has this one. He's still working on this one and has a couple more. I believe he's going to add to it. But like I said, it's like any hobby or anything, time and money to do it. In today's world, that's becoming harder to do. He has this big group. Like he's got the campground. It kind of shifts around to more rural type of grain elevator and business you used to see back in the day. You don't see a whole lot of this anymore. Most of it, smaller operations, have shut down, sadly. We've got a couple of steam engines that represent the Transcontinental Railroad when they met in Utah. So he's got one of the models of those. He runs those on occasion. He's got these couple sidings and squares that can switch cars out. Farmer with the various animals. Sometimes we'll tell the kids, hey, see if you can find any pigs, chickens, whatever that might be roaming around over here. This section that belongs to me, and it's still a partial mess in progress. As you can see, I still got scenery because these were added on recently because we were able to use these. So I'm trying little by little what I can get over here and figure out what businesses I want to put here because there's a huge choice. So I'm still trying to see what I have that will go here. And behind the wall is another rail yard that's also mine. It's for switching a few businesses in here, and I have a few other businesses on the other end of the yard. That I'm still doing wiring and scenery. Will come once I get the wiring and make sure it works good. Then I'll start with the scenery, adding some trees and some grass and that kind of thing. It looks a little more lively. Lighting for buildings and the streets. But it's just kind of a one step at a time to do all that.
Yeah.
And it runs back along toward the main door. That's an in scale, and it's actually the outside is one continuous loop. And a lot of spots people think, oh, it's 2 tracks, but it is, but it isn't. It depends on the modules, because we have, it's called T-track, so it's basically tabletop modules. There may be a little over a foot by 1 foot squares, and like as you can see, they go on tables. These take a lot of work to transport to shows, because we do go to Curry County and Roosevelt County fairs every year with a different set of modules that we have for those. On some other shows, we've gone to Albuquerque, Amarillo, Lubbock. Trying to think anywhere else. The club has been. We're getting ready to go to Lubbock in November for a Saturday show with the club there. Then we meet up with whenever they're having something, and we'll take trains or modules and add to theirs, and just be kids at heart. I mean, that's about the easy way. We're just big kids.
And if somebody wanted to get in touch with you about being part of the club, how would they do that?
We do have a site we are on Facebook. That's probably the best way. So just Clovis Area Train Society and send a message, and usually me, the treasurer, board of directors guy, see them all the time. So one of us will respond within a few hours, maybe. Sometimes it might take a day or two, depending on work schedules and family issues. How quick we get back with you? We will get back with you. We do have some business cards floating around that has more information, has our website. We do have a little site. Facebook is probably the best way, because we try to post the schedules on events coming up where we might be somewhere like our little T-track. We've gone to some of the retirement homes in the area and done a Saturday show for a few hours to entertain the residents, and which usually they love. They want us to come back. So if you have anything you think that I might have missed,
No, I appreciate you. That was very interesting.
Because we're always, like I say, we're always looking for new members, and it's a variety of things. Like I said, there's the construction, there's scenery, there's electronics part. Because our trains, for the most part, are run through a computer. They have what we call a decoder in the locomotive, and it gets its signals through the track. Like this train here, it's going by. It's basically like a remote control, is the best way to put it, which allows us to follow our train around. Unlike some of the older DC trains that you might run around the Christmas tree, you have to sit with the controller. But this lets us kind of wander around freely and follow our train and do switching if we're doing that. So it's those out there, if you have questions, message us and we'll do our best to answer. Like I said, I don't know all the details of the club. We have some that have been here longer than I have. We have modules that go date back to 1996 up till now. So as long as you do the proper maintenance and upkeep, they'll last for a long time.
Right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to take a look around if that's okay and do some close-ups.
Welcome. Like I said, you can go take all the videos, stills you want. Everything we got, it's out here.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.